Hello and welcome to today's video where we're going to be trying to breathe new life into this laptop. This is an ASUS X54C-K54C. It's a 15-inch laptop, so it's got a 15.4 inch display at 1366 by 768. It's got an Intel 2nd Gen i3 processor in, the Intel i3 2310M. It has a 320GB mechanical hard drive in it, and it has 3GB of RAM, 2GB soldered to the motherboard, and a 1GB DIMM that is expandable, which we're going to be upgrading today. And we're going to be upgrading the hard drive from a 5400 RPM mechanical to a SATA SSD. So on this laptop, it's been made very easy to upgrade the parts that are upgradable. So it's just these two screws here, and we'll take those out. And then we'll just slide this door off here, and that reveals the RAM and the hard drive. So for starters, we'll just take this RAM out, and that is a 1GB DIMM there, and we're going to replace that with a 4GB DIMM, which I bought off Amazon for, that's a seed in there, for £10. So, well, it was an 8GB kit with two 4GB DIMMs in for £10, but singular DIMMs were selling for like £7. So I thought for the extra £3, why not get an extra one? Who knows where it might come in handy next. So next we've got these screws here to get access to the hard drive. Now with those screws removed, we've got access to the sled and the old mechanical disc, which we will upgrade with the SSD that we'll put into the sled. With the components back in, it's time to put this plate back on and get it screwed in. And it is as simple as that. So the SSD cost just under £15 on Amazon, and the RAM costing £5, so technically, so that makes this a £20 upgrade overall. So next we're going to get Ubuntu 24.04 installed on this. It was running Windows 7, but we're not going to bother trying to put Windows on it again because it is getting a little long in the tooth, and it's going to fare much better on a Linux distro. So let's get that sorted and we'll have a look and see how it runs. Right, so we've installed Ubuntu 24.04 on here. So let's see how it's running and how it copes with general day-to-day use. And that's it booting up there. And it's booting up pretty fast. And a couple more seconds. And we are in. And we're on the Ubuntu desktop. Just adding this in here because I forgot at the time, but when the system's idling with nothing running, you're looking at about 5% CPU usage overall and just under 1 gig of RAM being used. So let's have a look at what we can do with this laptop now. So before it was running Windows 7, and to be honest, it wasn't running it too bad. It's what it came with and it ran it okay, but Windows 7 hasn't received any security updates since 2015, so it's not something you'd want to be running for general day-to-day use like we're going to try to do with this. So we've opened up the browser here, that's pretty quick. We'll check out YouTube. And then that loads up there. We'll have a look through this playlist. And we'll try out this song for the speakers. So yeah, the speakers in here are actually pretty decent. That's them in full volume. There is one thing I really like about Linux is that if you think they're not loud enough, you can actually go past the maximum volume. And it might get a bit distorted, but yeah, it's very handy for if something's playing quietly and you can't quite hear it. But yeah, and then we'll check out the actual video performance. Something's glitched there, that's annoying us. That's annoying us. 1 second. Right, that's sorted. So this machine, the graphics in it are the Intel HD 3000 integrated graphics, so I'm not sure how well they're gonna cope with 1080p video at 60 frames. But they're handling it alright, like. Couple of drop frames, but yeah, 1080p 60 now on this machine. Not really going to be an issue for video playback, that is. Have a look at one of my favourite YouTubers, just for some more normal content as opposed to test footage of a song.
This is my 1983 Apple Lisa, the short-lived computer that contains Apple's first attempt at a graphical user interface. And today we're finally going to get this thing to boot up. She's a spinning. So stay tuned.
See, so that's running absolutely fine.
And if you enjoy brute
so yeah, YouTube works fine on here. We'll have a little look at Netflix, just to show that it's working. Bear in mind, Netflix on Linux is capped at 720p, I believe, because of like DRM issues and things. We'll just go for a bit of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We'll not show too much of this for copyright issues, but it's just proof. Proof of concept. Yep, see, that is working. Absolutely fine. Yeah, and that's enough of that. Because I don't want to get my video taken down for copyrights. But yeah, so this will do general web browsing as well. We could have a look at websites. Is that even still a website? Yeah, I haven't been on here in a while. But yeah, that's running, well, I would have said that's running fine. Lovely intrusive adverts. But yeah, so you can click through on anything here, and it's loading up web pages quick enough. Again, intrusive adverts, gotta love them. Let's have a look at, say, opening a Word document. We'll look for the app here. I have to say, I'm not really a fan of the way apps are defaultly laid out on Ubuntu. I'd much rather have them in a list. But right, and we'll do the quick brown fox jumps over lazy dog. Lazy god? Nope. Dog. And there you go, and you know you'll be able to do general. You know, general word processing. And don't save. You know, it's got the, it does have a built-in webcam that Linux does recognize. Have a look at that here. And there is me. Hello. Hello. It's awful quality, mind, but if you were in a pinch and you needed to be on a video call, if you made the lighting a bit better, it might, you know, be serviceable. So yes, for general day-to-day tasks, this is now running absolutely fine. Could it have ran Windows 10? It probably would have got away with Windows 10, but it would have been a lot more sluggish than what we're getting here. So we went from 3 GB of RAM to 6 GB of RAM, replacing that 1 gig to a 4 gig DIMM. So we've doubled the RAM and we've put the SSD in, which has made it a lot faster. So now let's have a look at, we'll run our usual SuperTux card and see how that runs. And I mean, obviously it's gonna run fine. Oh, looks like it's glitching out a bit there when I've tried to full screen it. And now it's fine again. Oh. Looks like I wanted to kind of theme this track. It is a pretty fun game, this, for being for free just off the Ubuntu App Store. App Center, I should say. Whoa. But yes, you get what? Yes, you get the idea with this. It works fine. Right, so now we'll have a look at my favourite game to benchmark things on because it has high compatibility and I already have it in my Steam library. So, just launch Steam. And we'll get a mouse, because you can't play games without a mouse. You can't play them with a touchpad. It's just not. It's not the life I want to lead. Yep, so obviously Steam will take a little bit more to load up because it's a more intensive application. Put that there. Oh, something's updating. Right. Let's look at 2 meter. And this is, I'll just have a check. Yeah, this is running the native Steam port of this game. And there we go. We're launching into the game. So like I say, this is the Intel HD 3000, so you really can't expect much. This is a 2013 game. So it should do okay on low settings. I will have a look at the settings we are using. (960 by 600) with everything on low. Yeah, so let's have a look and see how that runs. Right, and we're into game, and we are getting not great frame rates. I mean, we could drop the resolution a bit lower, but it's not going to help loads, really. Yeah, we're getting 20 odd frames. It's already at a pretty low resolution, 540p. But you know, it's not really, it's staying relatively consistently around 20. I mean, I was a huge PS3 gamer back in the day, so I was pretty used to playing games at the sort of low 20 mark. So for me, I would consider, since it's staying pretty consistent, I would consider this game actually playable. I could play this game like this. I actually could. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people couldn't, but yeah, I could do this. I mean, I'm saying that it's dropping even further now, but so yeah, but now we need to get some salvage. But yes, right, you get the idea. This is what. Oh, yeah, some walls there. Oh, uh-oh. I'm really not used to PC gaming controls, so I'll not be great at the game. Not that I'm great at games anyway, but I'm much more used to a controller. But yes, that is Tomb Raider 2013. Running on a 2nd Gen i3 with Intel 3000, Intel HD 3000 graphics on Linux. Right, we'll have a look at another Tomb Raider game, the Tomb Raider Legend demo, just to see how that runs. I know that'll run a lot better, because it's a game from 7 years prior to Tomb Raider 2013. That's if it loads up. Yeah, you will run into issues if you try to run games that are designed for Windows on Linux if you've got an older integrated graphics card. Right, and we're in. on Tomb Raider Legend. I think I'm running this at 720p with some effects on, but everything's still pretty low.
I've been looking for certain artifacts.
So yeah, in this one we're getting
And an awful lot of
much better frame rates,
What sort of artifacts?
an ornate stone dais.
a lot smoother. Yeah, this will be
She won't say why.
more the era of games that you want to be playing at this on a machine of this specification. But yeah, you're looking at around, you know, between 60 down to high 30s for a game like this
Look away from the screen then.
at 720p on low settings. But yes, so that is running fine. So it is possible to do general day-to-day things on this. Obviously, with it being a modern operating system, it's got support, so you're not as vulnerable to viruses and things like that. So yes, that is the upgrade of the ASUS X54C-K54C. I will put the benchmarks up on the screen. I have ran a Geekbench on here. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think it was like 340 single, 700 something multi. I'm probably wrong. I'll have them on the screen. And the hard drive read speeds went from like 85 to like 550 something, which obviously is a huge boost and makes the OS feel as snappy as the CPU will allow. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about anything in the video, like how I managed to get certain games run, anything like that, please feel free to comment. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't like it, give it a dislike, or do absolutely nothing at all. The choice is yours. For now, that is me signing off. Goodbye.